Ah, okay. Hello, everyone. This is the one and only Snail Games 223. Some of you may know who I am, some of you may not. Um, okay, so it seems to be working. Sometimes it doesn't work. Okay, long story short, a long time ago, I said I wanted to start doing a bunch of iceberg videos and rabbit hole videos, and I never could figure out how to do it. I suck at video editing, so if you're watching this in the future, this was a live stream that I completely just went off live. Um, I can't see who's there, who's watching. I'm going to have my phone plugged in next to me, which I'm doing right now. I'm going to try to monitor the chat there. But basically, what I want to do in these videos is I love iceberg videos. Completely, I love them. Alright? My biggest problem is with iceberg videos is they don't really show you how they come across the information. So I have found a decent iceberg. At least I think it's decent. I don't really know what this iceberg was called. It's just a bunch of conspiracy theories, random shit, all thrown in the mix. Um, if you guys know what iceberg this was, go ahead and find it. Tell me what the name was. But basically, what we're gonna do in these streams is I'm gonna pick a bunch of random stuff that I see that looks interesting, and we're gonna go down the rabbit hole. We're gonna find a bunch of stuff, and we're gonna talk about it. There are some things I can't look up on YouTube because YouTube sucks. But Susan Witchjack, or whatever the fuck the old CO's name was, she's gone now. So hopefully, we'll be able to do more freedom of speech. So, anyways, also icebergs. Shut up, Pickle Tiger. Pickle Tiger, fuck you, dude. Don't come up in here and doing this shit. I am trying to keep my head in a happy place. Anyways. I hate you, Pickle Tiger. Anyways. It's 2 a.m. and it's icebergs. Yes, it's 2 a.m. where I'm at, and it is iceberg time. Anyways, so the first thing that caught my eye on this iceberg was, I can't even think anymore. Alright, so let's look at something random. If there's something in here you guys want me to check out that you see on the screen, type in the comments, and I will look into that. But the first thing I want to do is I want to know what the fuck quantum immortality is. So what we're going to do is we're going to open this other search thing. And we're just going to start going down. Quantum immortality. Okay. Oh, I can't. Already got a word. Mathematical authority. Okay. So, this is the Journal of Physics Conference Series, Theoretical Quantum Immortality is the Mathematical Authority. Abstract. Quantum immortality usually refers to, in a classical sense, a person who is lucky enough to survive any incident in the world. Such a quantity of luckiness is even big enough to keep any person away from aging of the human body. That is, in fact, when we say one becomes immortal. Throughout history of the world, there have been many times when people tried to find out a secret of anti-aging, but the ambitious dream obviously has failed every time. This paper will discuss quantum immortality and the theoretical and mathematical aspects, a bunch of shit that I don't understand because I'm not smart and I didn't go to Harvard and I barely graduated high school. So now I make YouTube for fun and I live in my mom's attic. Mathematical aspects and evaluate the authority or possibility of an existence in real life. In order to accomplish this evaluation, and concepts of the main two interpretations, a bunch of shit that I don't understand. You can read it if you want. But anyways, so the idea of the infinite... So there's something called the infinite monkey experiment. So let's now go down this rabbit hole. Infinite monkey experiment. Okay, the infinite monkey theorem. Okay, so we closed that. Now we're gonna go down this part of it. I don't know. I wasn't counting. Okay, so we'll just go to Wikipedia. And I know Wikipedia is not the best source of information, but it's the best source I've got at the moment. Hopefully my audio sounds good still. My phone is muted and sitting right next to me. Okay, so the infinite monkey theorem states that a monkey hitting keys at random on a typewriter keyboard for an infinite amount of time will almost surely type any given text, such as complete works of William Shakespeare. In fact, the monkey would almost surely type every possible finite text an infinite number of times. However, the probabilities that monkeys filling the entire observable universe would type a single complete work, such as Shakespeare and Hamlet, is so tiny the chance of it occurring during a period of time hundreds, thousands of orders of magnitude longer than the age of the universe is extremely low, but not technically zero. The theorem can be generalized to a state of sequence events which has a non-zero probability of happening will almost certainly eventually occur each given time. So basically what I'm getting out of this is that if I put a monkey on a computer or a typewriter and I had an infinite amount of trees that I could cut down and an infinite amount of time, that I could put the monkey on it and have him just start slamming on the keys, and eventually the way it's saying it is that eventually this monkey will write something along the lines of what, like they said, Shakespeare. They could write the whole script of Star Wars. Anything like that. But the magnitude of it, well, I'm rereading again, longer than the age of the universe is extremely low, but not technically zero. So there is a large finite chance that if you had the ability to do this, that the monkey would do it. Solution, we'll go down to the solution. Oh, there's a shit ton of math. I don't do math. I suck at math. I can barely count at work. So, infinite strings. This can be stated more generally that the compactity of the terms of strings, which are sequences of characters chosen of some finite alphabet. Given an infinite string, where each character is chosen uniformly at random, any given finite string almost surely occurs as a substring at some position. Given an infinite string which each character is chosen uniformly at random, any given infinite string almost surely occurs substring at some position. Given an infinite sequence of infinite strings where each character of each string is chosen uniformly at random, any given finite string... What the fuck is a finite string? Okay. Now we're going down... What is a finite string? What is a finite string? Okay, I spelled that terribly wrong. Okay, string, that's a computer program. Anyways, the standard definition for a finite infinite accepted these days regard only the size of language. A finite language is any set of L of strings of finite cardinality. My brain is on fire. An infinite language is any set of L strings of infinite cardinality. A finite L is always regular. In other words, a bunch of shit that my tiny white public school educated mind can't understand because I didn't pay attention in school. Okay, back to the infinite monkey theorem. Probabilities. Okay, so however, for physically meaningful number of monkeys, typing the physical meaning length of time as a result are reversed. If there was as many monkeys as there are atoms in the observable universe typing extremely fast for trillions of times the life of the universe, the probability of the monkeys replicating even a single page of Shakespeare is unfathomably small. Okay, so what this is basically saying is that you could have trillions and trillions and trillions and trillions of monkeys all sitting in a room, and they're all typing away, just beating the shit out of their fucking just beating the shit out of a typewriter, and they're just going and going and going and going. That is a large number. Okay, so here, okay, ignoring punctuation, spacing, capitalization, a monkey typing letters uniformly at random has a chance of 1 in 26 of correctly typing the first letter of Hamlet. Hamlet is often shortened to Hamlet is a tragedy written by William Shakespeare sometime between 1599 and 1601. It is a Shakespeare's longest play with 29,501 words set in Denmark. The play depicts Prince Hamlet as he attempts to exact revenge. I'm assuming that's what it said. I'm not going to go into that. It has a chance of 1 in 676, 26 times 6. Of typing the first 2 letters. Because the probability shrinks exponentially at 20 letters, it already has only a chance of 1 in 26 to the power of 20, which equals 19 trillion 928 billion 148,895,000. Oh, that's number so big I'm saying it wrong. Jesus. A large exponential number that I cannot pronounce because I am stupid and my tiny monkey brain doesn't allow me to go any farther than that. Almost 2 times 10 to the 28th power. In the case of the entire text of Hamlet, the probabilities are so vanishingly small as to inconceivable. The text of Hamlet contains approximately 1,300... Oh, there's so many fucking numbers. I regret every minute of this. I should have never done this. But I'm having too much fun. Okay, basically, it's like that scene in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy where the narrator was like, the chances of these two being saved was so small. Here, let's just go to Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, saved in space. See. Den is rescued from Earth's destruction by Ford Perfect. That's not what I wanted. But basically, there is a scene in the movie where they get turned into couches. And there's a part in it where he breaks it down. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Enter. Guide to the Galaxy. Couch scene. Let's see if that's it. The Galaxy couch scene. Nope. Nope. Guide to the Galaxies and Probability Drive. Okay. This is what they're saying. Okay. So I think it's this.
Islington flat and telephone have all now been demolished. Ford and Arthur were in fact rescued.
Ford? Yes. I'll take on the sofa.
No, that's not it. Improbability. Probability Okay. Hyperspace. I think this is it. This might be it. My... Okay, so this has shitty audio. This has real shitty audio. This might be it.
As the improbability drive reaches infinite improbability, it passes through every conceivable point in every conceivable universe almost simultaneously. In other words, never sure where you'll end up or even what species you'll be when you get there. It's therefore almost suppress, of course. In other words, never sure where you'll end drive was invented following research into finite improbability, which was often used to break the ice apart by making all the molecules in the hostess's undergarments keep simultaneously one foot to the left in accordance with the theory of indeterminacy. Many respectable physicists said they weren't going to stand for that sort of thing.
Okay, so this is basically what I'm trying to say in my mind. Okay, so this is basically what I'm trying to say. And I could be wrong. Okay, this isn't the scene either. Okay, I was wrong. Okay, this isn't the scene either. Okay, I was wrong. Anyways, so basically what this is saying is that... So, in the scene in the movie that I was trying to find, long story short, they're ejected from the enemy alien ship and they're dropped into space. You'll have to watch the movie. But the chances of them being saved were so slim that it was an unfathomable amount of slim, that their luck had to be so great that they were, in fact, in a movie, basically, is what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to get at, is that the only way that that was possible for them to have been saved at that exact moment, at that exact time, and just enough space where they don't suffocate, was because they were practically in a movie or in a book or any sort of media. Basically, they had the equivalent of... Why is this failing on me? It's plot armor. That's what I was thinking. They had an infinite amount of plot armor. So basically, it was something like that. So basically, I'm saying this completely wrong, and I'm trying to sound smarter than I actually am. I'm not smart, and I feel like if this blows up and I become famous doing this shit, that people are going to turn me into a lolcow, which I don't really care about at this point. I just want to be famous on the internet for something. Even if every protein of the observable universe, which is estimated... Oh, wait. Thus, the probability is 1 in 34 to the times the 10 to the 1 millionth power to get the text right in the first trial. The average number of letters needed to be typed until the text appears is a bunch of random math that I don't understand. So basically, long story short, I have no idea what the fuck I looked up, and I'm not smart enough to understand. On to the next thing of the iceberg. Okay. Polybius. Polybius. What is Polybius? What is Polybius? I'm going to look that up. I have a bad feeling about this. Us. Okay, so there's two things I'm finding here. So either it is a Greek historian of the Hellenistic period that is noted for the work of histories which cover the period of 264 to 146 BC on the Punic Wars in detail. Polybius is important to the analysis. I don't think that's it. So the top search video game from Polybius Urban Legends. So let's type in Urban Legend. Okay, so in 19... Give me 1 second, guys. So, let's pull this up here. Turn on my VPN. Okay, so in 1981, according to 10 sources. Okay, so according to 10 sources, so this is 10 people. Okay, 10 people said they've seen this game. Plug my phone in. Okay, so Polybius Arcade Game supposedly came out in 1981 in Portland, Oregon. The urban legend revolves around it being used by the government for mind control and to recruit kids to be soldiers. Supposedly made people sick, and men in black were often seen around the arcades. Okay, so we're going to click on this. Hopefully no. Okay, so this is made by Jamie Long. Shout out to Jamie Long on December 14th, 2020. 7-minute read. Member only. I'm not a member. We all love an urban legend, but the Legend of Polybius arcade game may have some facts to back it up. The Polybius arcade game supposedly came out in 1901. I already read that. Classic urban legend and tailor-made for kids growing up in the 1980s. There were no social networks, Reddit threads, or anything like that, so it was all word of mouth. It's like that one kid who died from drinking too much Jolt Cola. The legend really didn't really take off till the early days of the internet, but it's also considered one of the first true internet urban legends. The difference I lost where I was going. The difference with Polybius Legend is that there may be some kernels of truth to it. What is the Polybius arcade game? We already read that. Okay, so we read that part. The black arcade cabinet showed up. Mysterious game only showed up in Portland and a few surrounding suburbs. The game was supposedly published and created by a company called Sinelschan. I can't pronounce that. That's German. If you speak German, tell me what I meant to say. The German word for kind of translates to sensory deprivation, which if you do a Google translation from German to English, you get senseless, which is also interesting. This arcade game caused some chaos, which we'll get to in a second. Okay, so this one's not going too deep. I don't like that article. So we'll just go to Wikipedia again. Polybius is a fictitious 1981 arcade game that is part of an urban legend. The legend describes the game as part of a government-run, crowdsourced psychology experiment based in Portland, Oregon. Gameplay supposedly produced intense psychoactive and addictive effects on players. These few publicly staged arcade games were said to have been visited periodically by Men in Black. The purpose of data mining machines and analyzing these effects allegedly I suck at reading. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. The purpose of data mining machines and analyzing these effects. Allegedly, all these Polybius arcade machines disappeared from the arcade market. The urban legend has persisted in video game journalism through continued interest and has inspired video games with the same name. Okay. That is an alleged. If we open that, that's what the arcade machine allegedly looked like. Okay, that's the loaded startup screen. The legend says that in 1981, when new arcade games were uncommon, an unheard of new arcade game appeared in several suburbs of Portland, Oregon. The game was popular to a point of addiction, with lines forming around machines, and often resulting in fights, so whoever get played next. Machines were visited by Men in Black who collected unknown data from the machines, allegedly testing the responses to the game's psychoactive effects. Players supposedly suffered from a series of unpleasant side effects, including seizures, amnesia, insomnia, night terrors, and hallucination. Apparently, 1 month after it was supposed release in 1981, Polybius is said to have disappeared without a trace. The company name, in most accounts, is the game I can't pronounce that. I can't pronounce that word, but we're going to look up that company. And we're going to go down this rabbit hole until I get bored or spooked. Oh, okay. We're not going down this. Your children will... This is fucking creepy. So, Sinal Shun has a tradition of developing the visual and auditory cognitive interface dating back nearly 30 years. We have just completed a 20-year commitment to a military contract and are ready to move back to the private sector. We believe our new line of educational entertainment software will revolutionize the current standard. Our technology can heighten the gaming experience by inducing aggression, provoking fear, and embedding character preferences and aversions. Our educational software provides not only the content and motivation to learn, we hope parents will appreciate seeing their children stop endlessly playing video games and begin studying for the first time. Their children will want to play software for a half an hour each evening before beginning their homework and chores. Finally, we'll provide a full line of relaxation, meditation software to help you quit smoking, sleep better, boost confidence, and put simply, make you a better person. Welcome to the future of software. Welcome to the German word that I can't understand. We guarantee you will like us. I'm not entering the world of this. That is spooky. I'm not doing that. Long story short, this is an arcade machine that just disappeared out of the blue. No one knows where it went. Supposedly the Men in Black, like the movies, we're out there collecting data from it. We're done with this one. That's spooky. Mars was the Garden of Eden. Mars was the Garden of Eden. Mars, the Garden of Eden. Was the top nets? Let's go there. Top tens. One of the most speculative mysteries of the Christian is the location of the Garden of Eden. The book of Genesis is a primary source of information with regards to geography, but it contains, I am not watching any pop-ups. You better not pop up on my screen when I'm trying to read. One of the most speculative mysteries by Christians, the source of information with regards to geography, but it contains very little of the garden's location. Considering it was the birthplace of humanity and the home of the tree of knowledge and good and evil, it is no wonder we want to know where it was. The biblical scripture below gives some clues. 10. Now a river flowed out of Eden, a water of the garden, and from there it divided became the rivers. The name first vision, it flows around the world, the land of Halava. I'm not reading that because I am a Christian. I believe the KJV is the only true word of God, and I don't know if that's the KJV script, so I'm not reading that. Okay, so apparently, members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, which I believe are the Mormons, don't quote me on that, believe it's located in Jackson County, Missouri. Founder of the Mormon Church. Okay, I was right. Mormon Church, Joseph Smith, discovered a stone slab that he claimed was an altar built by Adam after being expelled from the garden. The garden itself was located 40 miles south near present-day city Independence. As for its location in the Western Hemisphere, some Latter-day Saints had presumed the continents were not yet separated before the Great Flood, and this approach would be consistent with the configuration of the supercontinent Pangea. I dropped my nickel that I'm feeling. That's because of my ADHD. Okay, so here we go. Mars. The Sky People by Brinsley Lipportrench stated the biblical description of a river flowing, of a river watering the garden, and then parting into four heads. I'm not subscribing to this. Stated parting of the four heads is not consistent with the rivers of nature. He wrote the only canals could be made to flow this way. He then points to Mars as the location of the garden. Since canals have been theorized and exist on the red planet, Brinsley goes to say the Garden of Eden was on Mars and created by space people along with Adam and Eve. Noah was also on Mars. Our descendants were eventually forced to come to Earth. That sounds like a load of shit. We're not going to dig into that anymore. Okay, what's Mowgli's Palace? Capital Sentient AI, Dark Days, The Great McDonald's Okay. The Great McDonald's Soft Served Ice Cream Conspiracy Theory of 2016. Okay, we gotta get into that. Okay, let's go there. The Great McDonald's Ice Cream Conspiracy. Rumor has it that McDonald's uses pig. Okay, I'm just gonna debunk this now. It's literally just milk. I worked at a McDonald's for a long time. I worked there for probably about 4 years, I want to say, before I went to work at the pizza place I work at now. I can't confirm that it's actual. I can't say that there isn't pig fat in the milk. I'm not even able to completely debunk it, but it comes in a box. It's in a big white bag. It smells like straight vanilla cream. You put it in a little white container and you dump it into the machine, and the machine spins and it freezes it, and there comes out the thing. I don't believe that it has pig fat in it. I mean, there's a lot of pig fat in everything nowadays, so that just makes no sense. The New Delhi Monkey Man. Let's look that one up. It's the New Delhi Monkey. Oh, okay, this is just another one of the Monkey Man of Delhi. The Monkey Man of New Delhi, or the Face Scratcher, or A.K. Kalabandar, I hope I said that right. Please don't get mad at me if I didn't. Is an unknown anomaly which was reported at roaming Delhi in mid-2001. The entire incident has been described as an example of mass hysteria in India. History. In May 2001, reports began to circulate in the Indian capital of New Delhi around the strange monkey-like creature that was appearing at night and attacking people. Eyewitness accounts were often inconsistent, but tended to describe the creature as about 4 feet or 120 centimeters tall, covered in thick black hair, with a metal helmet, metal claws, glowing red eyes, and 3 buttons on his chest. So in other words, The Great Gazoo. It was the Great Gazoo. That is my theory on this. It's the Great Gazoo. Just they misinterpreted what he looked like. Okay, back to some reports claim that the Monkey Man wore roller skates. Others, however, describe the Monkey Man as having more vulpine snout and being up to 8 feet tall and muscular and would leap from building to building. Citation needed. Over 350 sightings of the Kalabander were reported, as well as 60 resulting injuries. 60 people got hurt over this fucking thing? 2, by some reports 3, people even died when they leapt from the tops of buildings and fell on stairways in panic caused by what they thought was an attacker. Okay. Oh, my feet itch. Oh, man. Chernobyl catfish. What's a Chernobyl catfish? I'm going to regret this, aren't I? Chernobyl catfish. Oh. Okay, it's just a giant radioactive fish. That is, that's a Hulk fish. It's just a giant catfish. Okay. What else looks cool or scientific stuff that I can't understand? Sea people. Let's look up sea people. See what that is. Sea people. Ah. Okay, never heard of this before. Sea peoples. The Sea Peoples are a hypothesized seafaring confederation that attacked ancient Egypt and other regions of the East Mediterranean prior and during to the late Bronze Age collapse. 12,000 to 900 BCE. Following the creation of the concept in the 19th century, the Sea Peoples incursions became one of the most famous chapters of Egyptian history, given its connection with, in the words of Wilhelm Max Muller, the most important questions of ethnography and primitive history classic nations. The origins of the Sea People are undocumented. It has also been proposed the Sea People originated from a number of different locations such as Western Asian Minor, the Aegean, the Mediterranean, and the Southern Europe islands. Although the archaeological inscriptions do not include reference to migration, Sea Peoples are conjectured to have sailed around the eastern Mediterranean and invaded Anatolia, Syria, Phoenicia, Canaan, Cyprus, Egypt, toward the ends of the Bronze Age. French Egyptologist Emmanuel de Rogue, I hope I said that right. If I didn't, I apologize, first used the term, I'm not going to try to say that in that language because I can't speak French, but it translates literal peoples of the sea in 1855 in a description of reliefs in the section pylon of Medint Habu, documenting year 8 of the Ramses III. I think that's Ramses III. Yeah, Ramses III. In the late 19th century, Gaston Maspero was a French Egyptologist, de Rogue's successor at the Collège de France, subsequently popularized the term sea peoples and associated migration theory. Since the early 1900s, migration theory has also been brought into question by a number of scholars. The sea people remain unidentified in the eyes of modern scholars, and hypotheses regarding the origin of various groups are the source of much speculation. Existing theories variously propose that there are several Aegean tribes, raiders from Central Europe, scattered soldiers who turned to piracy to become refugees or migrants linked to natural disasters such as earthquakes or climatic shifts. Ah, okay, so basically there are people that raided Egypt back in the day. Um, Civil War robotics, monkeys and bishops, star rot. Star rot? What is star rot? Star rot. Okay, so that's all I'm getting is star jelly, also called astral jelly, is a gelatinous substance sometimes found in grass or even branches of trees. I've seen this before. So, okay, so um, let's go a little bit deeper. Let's try something deeper. Human intelligence comes from cannibalism? What? What? Human intelligence comes from cannibalism? Oh, that's weird. It's like they want it, so people have looked this up enough. People have looked this up enough that there is like a whole tab on it. I want to see theories. Theory. Theory. I'm just getting a bunch of stuff I can't say on YouTube. Alright, let's go a little bit deeper. See, I'm looking for ones I've never heard of before. These are all just wild conspiracy theories. Oh, I can't show that image. Fuck. There's a conspiracy theory of time began with the atomic bomb. Okay, I live in Michigan, so what is Michigan Blue Hell? I've never heard of this before. Michigan Blue Hell. Oh, jeez. This image of this thing scared the shit out of me. Okay. Michigan Blue Hell. We're on the urban. Michigan Blue Hell is an urban legend which posts that somewhere in the state's extensive underground tunnel system there is a passage out of reality itself. The phenomenon is named Blue Hell glitch, found in video games, which occurs when clipping doesn't function correctly, causing a player to avatar to appear outside the game map, with the skeleton of buildings and environments visible yet unreachable. There are a few reports of Blue Hell itself. There's like footsteps on my steps right now. I'm scaring the shit out of myself. It's probably just my cat. Oh, okay, we're done with reading this one. Um, um, I think we're, oh no, we're nowhere near the bottom. Okay. Grays equal future humans. No, let's look up aliens caused the bubonic plague. Aliens caused bubonic plague. Okay, so bubonic plague is created allegedly. The Black Death is created allegedly. According to scholars at the University of Paris, Black Death is created on March 20th, 1345, from what they call a triple conjunction of Saturn, Jupiter, and Mars. I'm reading! Mars in the 40th degree of Aquarius, occurring on the 20th of March, 1345. The Black Death, also known as a plague, swept across Europe and the Middle East and Asia during the 14th century. Leaving an estimated 25 million dead in its wake. The Despite what these 14th century scholars claimed, the most common ailment known as the Black Death is called by Yersinia pestis bacterium. The plague was carried by fleas that usually traveled by rats, but jumped off to other mammals when a rat died. It is most likely first appeared in humans in Mongolia in 1320, although recent research suggests it may have existed thousands of years earlier in Europe. Usually, people who came down with the plague first complained of headaches, fever, and chills. Their tongues often appeared with a whitish color before there was a severe swelling of the lymph nodes. Finally, black and purple spots appeared on the skin afflicted. Death would follow within a week later. Of a pneumonic form of plague developed that was less common but killed 90% of the people who contracted it. Holy cow. The nomadic tribes of Mongolia were devastated by the plague. It moved to the south, eastern China, and India. Wherever it went, the death toll was high. It is thought that the disease made its way through Europe in 1346. In one famous instance in Tartarus, a group of Turks were battling Italians in Genoa in the Middle East. When the Tatars were suddenly struck down by the plague, reportedly they began catapulting dead bodies over the Genoans' walls toward the enemy, who fled back to Italy with the disease. Although this account may not be true, it is certain that rats carrying the plague hitched rides on ships from Asia and the Middle East to Europe and port cities everywhere the Black Death began to strike. In Venice, 100,000 people died in total, with as many as 600 dying every day at the peak of the outbreak. Holy shit. Ah. Ancient history happened in the Middle Ages. What's that? History happened in Middle Ages. That's not going to give me anything. The Sherman Church. Elections fully rigged. Alex Jones is Bill Hicks. Crowd-funded assassins. Report from the Iron Mountain. What is a good... The Bloop. We can look up the Bloop, but I'm pretty sure everyone's heard about the Bloop. At least I know what the Bloop is. Prism. What is Prism? PRISM is a code name for a program under the United States NSA, collects internet communications of various U.S. internet companies. The program is known by SIGAD US N84XN. PRISM collects stored internet communications based on demands made to the internet companies such as Google LLC under Section 702 in the FISA Amendment Act of 2008 to turn over any data that match court-approved search terms. Among other things, NSA can use the PRISM requests to target communications that were encrypted when they travel across the internet backbone. Basically, another way the government spies on you. So, 2020 supervolcano. Oh, it's just a Yellowstone conspiracy. Never mind. Stone Age space travel. Stone Age space travel. I doubt it, but a comet not seen for 50,000 years is coming back. Here's what we know. Now, I just want a link. The ocean at night. Ocean. Oh, it's 2:54. Fuck. Okay, this is the last thing we're looking up. At night. It isn't safe. It's just instant safe. It isn't safe to swim in the ocean at night. Remember that, kids? It's just a bunch of pictures. Alrighty, guys. Anyways, Stale Games 223. Hope you all enjoyed this. I'm going to be doing a lot more. There's plenty of other icebergs that I want to delve into. This one definitely was kind of scary. I wouldn't say scary, but there was a time when my cat moved over there and it scared the shit out of me. This is ocean underwater at night. Ooh. Oh, that's a plane. There's a boat. That's pretty cool. The way it rests like that. The next time I do this, I want to do a Titanic iceberg. Now that I've seen this, so we're probably gonna do that next. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed, you probably didn't, but if you did, please make sure you like and subscribe. It really helps me out. Make sure you leave a like for the algorithm so that way more people find me, so I'm not doing this just to look crazy. Anyways, guys, hope you all enjoyed this one of the Stale Games 223, and I'll see you guys